Hello, 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 and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Patil, and right now I am 33 weeks pregnant with my second baby. If you are already following me, you're a family or friend, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. So today, from my last video, I promised that I'm going to update you on how my pregnancy has been going. And since I'm in the end of my third trimester, almost in the middle of my third trimester, but this is my second pregnancy, I decided while I'll update you, I'll tell you also about my ultimate pregnancy must-haves that I have been using for my first pregnancy and second pregnancy. And I'll tell you, I have some experience. Since this is the second time I'm doing this, I know a thing or two. And when they say each pregnancy is different, I'm telling you, each pregnancy is different. And these are things that, you know, helped me with my first one, and now it's helping me with my second one, and I truly swear by them, and they're really working for me. So I wanted to tell someone that's pregnant or planning to get pregnant the things that are helping me, so maybe you don't have to go through looking for them or searching for them, and I can just be a little bit of a help for someone. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing I did once I knew I was pregnant with my first one and second one is download pregnancy apps. I love the Bump and I love Ovia pregnancy app, and these are basically pregnancy apps that tell you everything that's going with your baby, how he's developing or she's developing, how it's growing. It can give you those examples of different animals and fruits that the baby is the size of, so it's really cute to watch how your baby is getting bigger. And it also tells you a little bit about how mommy is doing, so you know what to expect. And it truly is very helpful, because sometimes you're like, oh my god, I'm getting so much pain in my legs or cramps and so on, and so you go into the app and you see that that is a normal part of that week's journey or that period of time where a mommy is growing, something is happening. And so, you know, it just gives you affirmations that it's normal, that this is happening. Not affirmations, what's the word? I forgot the word, but you know what I mean. Basically it tells you, you know, like you are on the right path, this is a normal thing, you don't have to worry about it. And of course, if you're worried, call your doctor. But what I'm saying is, you know, it's really helpful. There's so many different apps, what to expect, I think one is called. There's so many different things, apps that you can try. At one point I had like 5 apps on my phone, but these are the ones that I kept eventually, because these are the ones that I love the most. The second thing that happens to almost all pregnant women is morning sickness to a certain degree. My first pregnancy, I had nausea all day long, and I used to drive to UCLA to study at that time, so my drive was around 2 hours because I live in Orange County, 2.5 hours, and it was really bad, but I wasn't throwing up. But what did help me were crackers, string cheese, and jelly beans. These are the things that really helped me with my first pregnancy. Second time around, I wasn't only feeling nauseated the whole time, I was also throwing up several times a day, and it was really bad. But I stuck to the same things. Jelly beans, for some reason it helps, don't ask me, I don't know. White starchy food like rice, pasta, those are the things that I was able to eat. And I had crackers everywhere around the house, in my bag, in the car. And I loved the Simple Mills brand, which is an almond cracker. I really like it. It's everywhere, you can find it anywhere, but I used to get the big box from Costco, and that's what I used, and I put it everywhere in small Ziploc baggies. It really did help me. One thing that really helped me with my morning sickness, and it's kind of weird because you would be like, that's unhealthy, but it really did help me, is Coke. Just regular simple Coke. A nurse at my gym advised me to drink it. She said some women it helps, and truly speaking, in the beginning period, as much as you want to be healthy and so on, you know, if you're sick, you're not gonna feel like eating, so you would like to eat starchy white food and that's fine. And Coke does help. I know it has caffeine, but my doctor was fine for me to drink a little bit of caffeine a day, and so that Coke was what I was drinking when I was feeling really, really bad. So I would advise, try it out. Crackers, Coke, and jelly beans were the things that helped me with my morning sickness. And my morning sickness lasted 16-17 weeks is when it stopped. So you know, a part of my second trimester I still had morning sickness, but I got over it. Third thing, every pregnant woman needs when they get pregnant, even if you're planning to get pregnant, you would need this, is prenatal vitamin. And this is the one I chose. It's called Garden of Life My Kind Organics, and it's basically a vitamin from organic whole foods, which makes you feel better that you're taking in good stuff and putting it in your body. And it's 1 pill a day. It's once daily prenatal vitamin, and even that was very difficult for me to take, so I would take it at night. You know, if you're pregnant, in the beginning, in the end, it doesn't matter, you're peeing a lot, you're going to the bathroom all the time. So when I would wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, I would come back, I was very thirsty, I would have this with my water because I was already going to chug down some water, and you know, it would go down without me thinking too much about it. Otherwise, if I took it during the day, it was gonna come out. Something else that happens while you're pregnant is heartburn. Heartburn. And you know, my doctor advised me to take Tums because it also has calcium and an anti-acid, but the regular Tums was making me sick. So this is the chewable ones. It's what is it called? Chewy Bites. There's different flavors, and I would take almost six a day, especially in the end. Now I'm taking 6 a day because it really does help me with my anti-acid and heartburn. Initially I was taking 1 and I was like, oh my god, I'm miserable, it's not helping me, and my doctor's like, up your dosage, and I did, and it started helping me. If you're pregnant, all the uterus is pushing up on your stomach, and your intestines and everything is smashed, and you feel heartburn, you feel constipated, you feel your lungs hurt, everything hurts, and you do what you have to do. And this, you need it, you know. So if you're pregnant, go buy one because you're gonna use it eventually. Next, which is a cliche, it's, you know, every person that talks about health or pregnancy or whatever will talk about it, but it's water. And you're gonna need a lot of water because you're gonna be thirsty because you're pregnant, and pregnant people are very thirsty all the time. And so, you know, to make things easier for me, I ordered this from Amazon, and it is 32 ounces bottle. Why I ordered this, there's like bigger ones, chunkier ones, 64 ounces, there's the gallon one. This one is compact. I like it much better than the other ones because first of all, you can put it in your hand, it's not too heavy. You can put it in your diaper bag because I have a toddler, so I'm always out and about with a backpack, and it's easy to put in your car. It actually fits in your car, liquid compartment. What is it called? I don't know. Where you put your coffee, basically. So that's why I liked this size, and I chose this size specifically. I would drink 3 bottles a day. I was drinking only 1, and then I upped to 2, and now I'm up to 3 a day in the last trimester, and sometimes even more because I'm thirsty all the time and out of breath. I'm talking really, really fast, and the reason is because my toddler is about to come home from preschool, and I need to finish this video before he walks in because otherwise I won't finish it. So if I'm talking fast and you're having a hard time catching up, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, and if you're interested in seeing what the gender of this baby is, go check out my Instagram page and my TikTok. I have uploaded a reel, and there I'm showing you our gender reveal and how I reacted to that gender reveal. So go check that out there. Another thing with water is because you get dehydrated all the time and your body needs electrolytes. Trust me, because you would get cramps all over your body, specifically your legs. specifically at night. Oh my god, it's so painful. So I started drinking electrolytes, but I hate drinking Gatorade or that kind of electrolyte stuff. I wanted something more natural. I started drinking coconut water because that's a natural electrolyte. Okay, so I was drinking coconut water, but I also found this product that is basically frozen coconut water. Let me, 1 second. Okay, so it is a freeze-dried coconut water, and it's from this brand Laird. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would know that I love this brand. I use their coconut creamer, I use their coffee that's infused with mushrooms because it's healthier for you. And now I'm using this coconut water, and you basically just put a tablespoon in your glass of water, and it gives you the, it first of all tastes great. Second of all, it's very refreshing, especially if you're having a baby in the summer like I am. So, you want something like cool. And it also has taste of, it has freeze-dried pineapple and mango. So, and I love everything tropical. So I would highly, highly recommend this product because it's not only, okay, almost dropped the water. It's not only good for you, it really tastes really good as well. So yes, do this. Next, your body is gonna get dry, really, really dry everywhere, specifically your belly, your boobs because they're growing, your hips and your thighs, because those are the areas that grow. The areas you don't want to grow, they grow and they get dry, and you need to moisturize. And okay, so this is the story with my body. When I was a teenager, I grew all of a sudden in a matter of 2 months. And that growth spurt that I had basically caused a lot of stretch marks everywhere, on my boobs, on my belly, on my butt, on my thighs, everywhere. So when I got pregnant with my son, my first boy, I felt like, I didn't want even more. I already had enough, trust me. So I started using a lot of creams and oils to like smooth out the area, make it less, relieve the dryness. And for some reason, it really helped with the stretch marks. So with this pregnancy, I'm doing the same thing. Obviously, I don't know if I'm not gonna get any stretch marks. I still have a bit to go. And if you get stretch marks, it's just genetic. It's gonna happen whether you like it or not. But these things really do help, and it did help me with my first pregnancy. I didn't get any extra stretch marks with my son, and so I'm doing it again now. The moment I found out I was pregnant, I was already using these. This is the Vaseline Almond Smooth, and it has almond oil, vitamin E, and Vaseline, obviously. So I really like this, and I use it like usually in the mornings. But I also use bio oil. And where is that thing? Oh, here. The cocoa butter formula oil from Palmer's. And I basically, this is how I use oils. When I take a shower, and I usually take a shower, I wash my body every single night. When I'm done, I like to apply this generously everywhere. And basically, when you're wet, it absorbs more, so you feel more moisturized. And so bio oil, which everybody talks about, it really does work. I love it, and I love the smell. And this one, it smells like chocolate. My son really likes to smell me. He always says how amazing I smell after I put this on, but it's almost over. So these are the things that I used with my first pregnancy and now again. And I'm hoping it helps the second time around. I will keep you updated after the baby is here if I got any extra stretch marks and if these really did help the second time around or I was lucky the first time. But you try, you do what you have to do, and the rest you leave it to God and nature to work the way they want to. So far I've been telling you all about my first trimester and things to do in the first trimester and carry on throughout your pregnancy. And those are the things that really helped me, my first, second, and now the third trimester. But in the second trimester, I started feeling severe pain in my rib, severe pain in my rib. So I asked my doctor and he said it's something called rib flare because my body is not the biggest body, as you can see, And so when the uterus is pushing on my ribs, it's pushing the rib to move a little bit, and that was causing bruising and pain from inside. And it was so bad that I had to like lie down all the time. I still get it. It didn't go away, but you know, it's a little less now in the end. But it was really, really bad in my second and beginning of third trimester. And what he suggested I use, first of all, Tylenol, because if you're in pain, you need pain relief. As much as I don't want to take any medication during my pregnancy, I try to avoid it as much as possible. Tylenol is something I did here and there when I was in severe pain. But something else that he advised me to use is these pregnancy belts that just help your belly feel a little better. You put it at the bottom of your belly and you wrap it around. This is my 33-week belly. And it basically relieves pressure from your back and from your tummy because it holds it up. And I would use this when I'm walking around, and if you know me, you know I'm a very active person. I work out. I was working out until recently. I was doing Pilates and yoga on a reformer, and I loved it. And I highly recommend, if you're pregnant, to try to do some physical activity. Recently I stopped. I'm doing some workouts at home, but I would go for walks and take my son to the park, and I'm quite active with him. So this is something that really does help, this belly band, for the pressure on my back, my pelvis, and a little bit on my rib. So I highly recommend you get a maternity belt. Really, really good. I'm gonna link everything I'm talking about at the bottom. Amazon, Target, you know, all the websites that I used to get these things. And this is from Amazon, not very expensive, and it does really help. I mean, I just put it now and I feel so much better, for example, and I'm gonna keep it on throughout this continuation of this video. But one thing that the doctor advised me is to use Ktape, and it's basically athlete's tape that they use on muscles, injuries, and so on, and it helps. So I used it on my rib, and something called diastasis recti. I don't know if you've heard it. I didn't have it with my first baby, but I'm worried I'm having it this time around because my belly is growing so much faster. It's basically the two muscles in the stomach, they start opening up and making a space in the middle, and this also does help with that. One advice with this is when you're putting it on, I mean, you can see here, okay, here. The different muscles that you can use it on for different things as well, not only for pregnancy, but I'm using it on my side mostly, and sometimes I put it in an X shape on my stomach. First time I used it, it was really difficult to remove it and gave me really bad rash, but then I learned that you need to use a little bit of water and oil to remove it and make it easier on your skin because it sticks. Did it help me? It helped me, not majorly, but it did help me, and it's something that my doctor recommended I use. It doesn't have medication, so why not try it out if you have any rib pain like I did, because it's so bad. Again, you need to use it. And this happened sometime mid second trimester until now. I still have that rib pain, doesn't really go away until the baby's out, and maybe a little bit after, because you're recovering. And this diastasis recti I'm talking about, maybe this would help me afterwards as well. I will keep you updated on the things that I'm loving postpartum as well, hopefully after the baby is here, and I try out some things and I will update you on that as well. Okay, so next thing that started happening late second trimester until now is foot swelling. My feet swell really bad because I drive a lot and I go to LA to visit friends and I do stuff, and we traveled recently, so I was feeling a lot of swelling. So I ordered these compression socks, and they basically compress your foot And I have to say, it was very uncomfortable wearing it in the beginning, but it really helped. We went to Hawaii and it was a 6-hour flight. I wore this, and when I got there I had zero swelling, but when I drove to LA for an hour and came back, I had severe swelling and I couldn't put on my shoe, and it really hurts. So I got this set of 3 compression socks. Plus, we travel a lot. If you're a traveler, you should wear compression socks because it really does help with the blood flow and so on, I think. Anyway, compression socks, everyone talks about it when you're traveling, when you're pregnant, especially in the end. Now I'm gonna swell more and more, and with my lifestyle of being so active, I need these, and they really help. So highly recommend getting some compression socks. And finally, everybody talks about pillows and pregnancy pillows, where it's like long and U-shaped and you put it in your bed and so on. And honestly speaking, I didn't use it with my first pregnancy because I found it too big. I didn't want a space between me and my husband to go away. I just didn't like the idea of being like put in between 2 pillows, because it's like you and it goes around under your leg, and just it didn't make sense to me because I'm a person that turns around a lot, and you know, I just didn't want that. Now they say that you need to sleep in a certain way on one side, and by the end of the 3rd trimester, yes, sleeping on your left side feels more comfortable. But my doctor said those are all myths, and all the research that has been done recently suggests that it's not gonna really affect you in a terrible way. If you turn on your back, it's not gonna kill you or hurt your baby. And if you turn on your right, and if you're gonna move, just move and be comfortable. And one thing that really made me comfortable is this actually pillow instead of this big pregnancy pillows. This is a wide, longish pillow, and I put it between my legs, and sometimes I prop another one in my back, rare, but this, putting it in my legs, was enough to alleviate the pressure that I was feeling on my belly. And so I would say, before you go and invest and buy one of those like long pillows, try a pillow like this, because it might actually just be enough for you. Plus, my toddler around 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning likes to come to my bed and cuddle with me, and I know a lot of people are gonna say that's really terrible, but he's only 3 once, and soon he's not gonna want to cuddle with me anyway, so I'm gonna take all the cuddles I can get and, you know, enjoy it. As much as I want him to sleep in his bed, sometimes I really enjoy those morning cuddles, and if I have one of those big pillows, I'm not gonna be able to enjoy cuddling with him. So I'm gonna use this until the end of my pregnancy, and I'm not gonna get a pillow that I'm gonna throw away afterwards, because it's environmentally not good. So try it out, and if then you feel like you need another pillow, then go ahead and get that. And with that, thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope I benefited you, taught you something. Maybe it will be useful. One of my suggestions, my you know, million things that I talked about. Actually, I talked about 10 things, but you know, it feels a lot because I talk really fast. But overall, I really hope you enjoyed my video, and if you did, please like it and comment below the kind of videos you want to see more of from me. I love fashion and beauty, so this is the kind of videos I love to make, and health as well. I love health and talking about health habits and so on. So if this is the kind of material you want to watch, please consider subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate your support, and I really want to grow in this, so please help me out. And yeah, with that, bye bye. And exactly the moment I said thank you and bye, my son walks in and wishes me a happy Mother's Day. And for the first time ever, I hear these words from him, because I think he just learned it from school, and this is the first time he really understands Mother's Day. And so now I'm in tears, and oh my God, it's the best thing to be a mother, best thing.
Yay!
Say bye.